So this was my game against Ashford. Now, I thought it was a very interesting game, and that is especially because it was our first league game of the season, and we managed to win 38-17. Overall, I think it was a really good game, but there was a few judgmental calls from the ref that I don't think I agreed with. But I played two positions, so first half I played prop, second half I played hooker, and I think playing prop, especially in the lineouts, confused a lot of people because I was standing with the Beccs. So that ended up being really funny. I think I struggled a bit with going from prop to hooker, only because I hadn't practiced any of my hooker throws. So the first one I did was definitely not my best. But by the third, it was completely back to normal. So I was very happy about that. I played 3, which I'm not completely used to. So I can play it, but my main one is 1 out of the prop positions, which I'm actually playing very soon, so I'm quite happy about that. But yeah, this game I thought went really well. I also managed to get my first try of the season, which came really early. I'm quite happy about that, considering I haven't scored a try in ages, so I finally managed to do that. I think I managed to do a lot of side steps and steals this game, so I think overall that went really well, and I'm really happy about that. But this video is so long because there were so many highlights that I managed to find, especially considering most of them were really close to the camera. I ended up causing nearly all the mauls that happened in this game, only because I kept trying to steal the ball, and if they didn't release it, I just kept hold of it and wouldn't let go. So it was really funny when I was holding on to the ball, holding them up, and then suddenly one of my teammates came over and just picked them up. So we managed to win actually quite a few of the mauls, and I'm really happy about how this game went. So these are the rest of the highlights. I hope you enjoy. So I don't actually have a lot to talk about today, but I didn't have time to do my video from yesterday, so I'm just going to merge them into one. So yesterday we focused on 2 main things. Getting off the line quickly, so we practiced a lot with speed works, a lot of side steps, so we'd have to run forward. It was only about 5 metres in, and then we'd have to sidestep someone with a bag, and they got to pick which way they went, so we had to be reaction time really quick. After that, we carried on running, and then there'd be another defender coming up, and we'd have 2 poles to choose from. Now you can either go straight at one if you think you could have made it, or you could have run closer, stepped, and then gone. It was kind of up to you, but the goal of it was to get to the pole. So after that, we ended up doing a lot of drills, but that was mostly focused on like pods and different things like that. However, it was also some passing down the line and just a lot of drill work because we have the game tomorrow, which hopefully I should get some really good highlights for. Oh no, I won't. Alright, just realised won't be getting any highlights for that, most likely because my dad's not here to film it. So that's slightly disappointing. Anyway, so obviously a lot of drills, a lot of speed work, and that was focused for the entire day. Then after that, we did quite a lot of positional work actually. So a lot of lineouts, and this is because I had to practice something new. For the game, one of our props got injured beforehand, and I can play prop. So I'm being put as prop for 1 half and then hooker the second half, just like my last game. And so I had to learn how to also backlift, which obviously I rarely ever lift. I can do it, but it's definitely not my strong suit. But I think I learned all the moves and all the positional works for that position at the back. So I'm quite confident with it right now, hoping it goes well, and we'll just see how it turns out. But yeah, so that was nearly all the day, and then finally we did gym, and that was it for the day. Now today, obviously, I had school the entire day, so it was a lot of anatomy and just memorising. So that's why I didn't have a lot to talk about, because all I was doing was memorising where the bone placements was. And for some reason, I thought drawing where one of the bones was on me would help. So I've got radius and ulna written on my arm. Radius, ulna. So that that definitely helps. Also, they're having like a clubs thing going on, which is really weird. But you got to spin a wheel, and it was either you got a prize or you didn't. But I managed to get a prize, and I won a giant bottle of protein shake, porridge, and a pen. So that ended up being my entire day, just learning words, memorising different things. Quite a lot of coursework that I'm going to have to get done, but yeah. So that was my entire 2 days in a nutshell. So I just came back from the game against Worthing. The score was around 70 to 75, 10. I don't exactly remember what score it was, but it was around that. And if I seem jittery, it's because I really am. I've basically just got a lot of adrenaline going through me right now, which is making me all hyper. But I think as a team we played so well, and I'm so proud of what we did. I actually managed to score a try pretty quickly as well, so I'm really happy about that. I was prop for completely of the first half, and then I moved to hooker. However, the entire time I was throwing. I think all but one of my hooker throws went really well, and the only reason why the one didn't is because I accidentally got a dead arm, which wasn't great. So, but we still managed to steal the ball as soon as it went wrong, so it wasn't too bad. But overall, I think even as a team, it was quite an easy game. And I think the reason why they managed to score 2 tries is because, especially the one at the end, was because we were kind of like, you know when you're winning and it kind of pulls you down a bit, only because it's like, oh, we're winning, like, quite a lot. So I think everyone was kind of just a little bit low and not really energised or anything like that. So I think we had a gap and we let them pass. However, it's an easy mistake to fix, and I doubt it will happen again. So I'm quite happy about that. I'm basically bouncing off the road right now, I'm so sorry. But yeah, so first 5 minutes we managed to score. Was the first one, so I managed to score the try. It was about 2 quick passes off. We managed to get loads of distance, and then I called for a quick pass, and I managed to go from 5 metre straight into the other team and managed to score a try. I also had one held up, but it was a bit weird because the ref didn't know if I actually held it up, which I did, or if it went down. But I basically wrapped my arms around it and then ended up actually stealing it off her, so he didn't think so. But he was still like waiting to call something, so one of the other teams actually ran over to me, tried taking the ball with me to try and score a try, but I was just holding on to the ball, not letting go. So that ended up being really funny, actually. So I'm going to see if I can get some of the video footage, because they videoed the entire game. So if I can get that, I'm hopefully going to get some highlights off of it, and then I'll be able to post it. So I'm finally back home after an incident which happened in school, which I don't think I'm allowed to talk about. So yesterday I had school as well, as it was Thursday, and that was the one at Harcourt Hill, which I really prefer the Harcourt Hill one over the actual college one, only because it's so much easier to get there. I can microwave my lunch in my room, because we get like an hour lunch, and then we can go back, and it just barely takes any time to get there. Also, I thought it was a lot more interesting, mostly because it was like components of fitness, and a lot of it was actually stuff I've done in BTEC Sport, GCSE, so I really like that actually. So I've got more coursework to do. So I've got 2 bits of homework. One is about like presentation stuff. So I think the one it's about right now is about stress,
like how to reduce like activities. So it's stress, alcohol, and a few other bits. I don't actually remember what, but I've got it all written down on my laptop so I can do it. But also, I think we're going to have to present that in front of the entire class. I don't want to do that particularly because I don't like talking in front of people. So I don't reckon that's going to be fun. But the coursework, I don't know how long we actually have to do it. I don't think they've decided yet. But I'm going to try and get that done as quickly as possible so I can focus on other things instead of just that. So that was kind of my week over and done with. I hope you enjoyed the episode. It was a very short one, this one. And I think next week's one is going to be different to usual as I won't be in school or at the college. So I think it's going to be a lot of running and a lot of gym. I hope you subscribe and good luck, everyone.